Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we discussed about AP. Uh, in the last exercise, I think we are in the last problem. So now we'll go for the last problem, that is 19th one. Can you see the question here? 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. So 20 logs in each bottom, 19 in the next, 18 in the next row, and to it, so on. So in how many rows are the 200 logs be placed? So I hope I understood the question. So it's very simple. So in this first row, this is the first row. So in this first row, so they have 20 logs, mean 20 wooden logs. Okay, so the next row, so here it is, they have one log less, that is 19 rows, 19 logs. And next here 18 logs. So what is the next step? It is 17. What is the next? It is 16. So like that it keep on going. Okay, now they want to know how many logs mean sorry how many steps it will take to complete it will take to keep 200 logs. If you want to place 200 logs one above the other, how many steps does it takes, they are asking. Okay, so how to find this? Okay, so the number of logs in the first row, what is the number of logs in the first row? Write that. So number of logs in first row, so number of logs in first row, which is equals to 20, and the second row which is equals to 19, and third row which is equals to 18. So it forms an AP, right? Okay, why what is AP? So here 20 comma 19 comma 18, we don't know up to where it will end. Okay, so now what and all they given will write here. So here A is equals to 20, then D is equals to A2 minus A1. So that is D is equals to A2 is 19 minus 20, D is equals to minus 1. Okay, so we got D value, so we got here A value, and also what they given in the question. So there are how many logs? There are 200 logs. So there are 200 logs, so therefore total number of log Sn is which is equals to 200. Okay, now what we need to find? We need to find that n, what is the value of n? What is the value of n? We need to find. What is n? We need to find. And also we need to find that how many logs are there in the top row in the sense we don't know how many rows were there. So we need to find the number of rows, that is first we need to find n, after that we need to find the how many what is it logs are there in the top row. Is it clear? Okay, so we know that Sn is equals to formula Sn is equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So S and Sn we know that Sn just now we wrote that is 200. So you can replace here 200. Okay, that is Sn, and we don't know what is n is. So write n by 2 as it is. Then 2 into a value. A value is just now we found that is 20. And what is n value? We don't know what is n value is. So write as it is n minus 1 into d. D value is minus 1. Now simplify this. So here cross multiply, 200 into 2 is 400, which is equals to n by 2 into n by 2 not, already we wrote we multiplied that n, right? So 400 into n into 2 2 is 40. 2 into 2 40 plus here n minus 1 minus n plus 1. Now simplify it further. 400 which is equals to n into 40 minus n plus 1 minus n plus 1. Okay. Now simplify it further. So what will going to get 400 which is equals to n into 40 plus 1 is 41 minus n. So now simplify this further. So 400 which is equals to 40 into 1 is 41n minus n square. Now simplify, do one thing. So bring everything to the LHS. Whatever there in the RHS, bring it to LHS. It forms an quadratic equation. So here minus n square is there. So bring to the LHS. It become plus n square. So then here minus 41 is plus 41 is there. Bring it to the left hand side. It is minus 41. So then plus 400 which is equals to 0. 400 which is equals to 0. Now simplify it. So take the first term and the last term. So that is 400 n square. First term and the last term multiply it. N square into 400, that is 400 n square. Now we need to split that into two terms, two numbers, such that the product of that number is 400 and sum of that number is 41, or sum or difference of the number is 41. So now what we can do, we can take here 16n and 25n. Why? Because 16 into 25 is nothing but 400. 16 into 25 is nothing but 400. So then minus 16 and minus 25. Why? Because we want here minus 41. So now replace, in place of 41, replace here 16 and 25. So therefore n square minus 16n minus 25n plus 400 which is equals to 0. So in these two, what is common? Just look into this. So here n is common. So n minus 16, then here minus 25 is common. So if we take out 25 as common, minus 25 is common, n minus 16 here also, which is equals to 0. So then, so n minus 16 is equals to 0 and n minus 25 is equals to 0. So now simplify here. N is equals to 16 or n is equals to 25. So how many rows were there here? 25 or 16? We need to find it. So they give, it may be a 25 or it may be a 16. Suppose in case if n is equals to 16, then what they asked here, we need to find what is the how many logs are there in the top row. Suppose the top row is 16. So for if they have if it has 16 rows, so then what is the top rows number? So therefore you can write it as n is equal to 16. So therefore a16 is equals to a plus 15d. So therefore a15, sorry, a is 20 plus 15 into minus 1. So therefore which is equals to 20 minus 15. So here the top row number is 5. So that is a16 which is equals to 5. So similarly, if we take n is equals to 25, therefore a25 which is equals to a plus 24d, isn't? So therefore a25 which is equals to a value is 20 plus 24 into minus 1. So if we simplify this, so 20 minus 24 which is equals to minus 4. So therefore a25 which is equals to minus 4. So therefore we know that the number of logs can't be negative. so it always positive. So therefore totally how many rows were there? So there are totally 16 rows. So therefore in the topmost row the number of logs in topmost row is 5. I hope all of you understood. Okay, so please copy this in the classwork. Next question. Here the next problem, in a potato race. I think you're all familiar with this potato race. You played this outdoor game, the sports day in your childhoods. Potato race. So what you should do here? So they place some potatoes, which is like this. So you're 5 meters, you're 3 meters, 3 meters, 3 meters, like this. They place the potatoes. So first you need to take the first potato, and here they put some baskets. So you need to take this potato, and you need to keep it this. First you take the first potato and you have to place in this basket, and again you have to start from here. Then you have to take the second potato, and again you have to place at this point. And next you need to again start from the first initial position, and again you should take the potato and you should place at this place. So like this you should keep on do like this. So now, not you, this girl is doing. So now in a potato race, a bucket is placed here. This bucket is placed at a starting point. This is starting point, which is 5 meters, not centimeters, 5 meters, which is 5 meter from the first potato. Okay, and other potatoes are placed at 3 meters apart in a straight line. So here the first potato is 5 meter apart. So from that, here from this potato to this potato distance is 3 meters. From this to this is 3 meters. From this to this is 3 meters. Like this, it is 3 meters is the distance. So therefore, our common difference we found that it is 3. Okay, so now, uh, okay, then there are 10 potatoes in the line. So totally there are 10 potatoes here. Okay, so now a competitor, this girl, she's girl, right? Yes, she's girl. This girl start from the bucket. From this bucket she need to start and pick up the nearest potato, that is first potato, and with run back with it and drop it in the bucket, and run back to pick up the next potato, and run to the back bucket and drop it. And she continues in the same way until all the potatoes in the bucket, all the potatoes in the buckets. So what is the total distance the competitor has to run? Okay, what distance she needs to run, we need to find that. Here they gave one hint for us. We can make use of this hint. To pick up the first potato and second potato, the total distance run by the competitor is 2 into 5 plus 2 into 5 plus 3. This is the total distance run by this competitor. Okay, to pick the first potato, the total distance traveled to pick the first potato. So what is the distance she traveled? So here from here to here she want to travel, that is 5 meters. Again from this point to this point she need to travel. So this is 5 plus 5, 10 meters. So we can write like this: the total distance the total distance the total distance traveled to pick the first potato, which is equals to, so she need to travel 5 meters into 2 times she need to travel, so which is equals to 10 meters. So to take the first potato, she want to travel 10 meters. To the second potato, how much distance she want to travel? So that is 5 meter constant. Okay, the 5 meter, so two times she need to travel. So 2 into, already 5 is there, that 5 meter constant. So from this potato she took the from if you want to she want to take this potato, what she should do? So for this 5 meters she travel, along with the 5 meter, this 3 meter, 5 plus 3 meters, so totally she should travel 8 meters. So 5 plus 3, which is equals to 16 totally. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 to the 16 meters she need to travel. So therefore similarly the distance, so third potato, so third potato how much it travels, so 2 into, so 5 plus 3 plus 3. So what is 5 plus 3 plus 3? So 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 into 2, 11 into 2, 11 into 2 is 22 meters. So therefore 20, sorry, therefore 10, 10, 16, 22, etc. forms an AP. So from this we can find how much time, or how many meters she want to travel to to take all the potatoes. So what we can do now, so now we can take here a value, our a value is 10, and d value which is equals to a2 minus a1, a2 minus a1. So therefore our d value is 6, that is a2 is 16, 16 minus 10, so d value which is equals to 6. Okay, d value we got it. And so now next what we need to find, we need to find n, what is the total number of potatoes were there. So we have 10 potatoes, so therefore n value is 10. Okay, so then a potato we got, so then what we need to do, therefore it should find Sn. Sn, we know Sn is equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So therefore Sn, so yes, 10 which is equals to 10 by 2 into 2 into a value is 10 plus n minus 1, 10 minus 1 into d value is 6. So yes, 10 which is equals to 2 ones are 2 fives are, so 5 into 10 twos are 20 plus 10 minus 1, 9 into 6. So which is equals to yes, 10 which is equals to 5 into 20 plus 9 6 are, what you will going to get, 9 6 are, okay, 9 6 are multiplied 54. So simplify it further, so which is equals to 5 into 20 plus 54 is 74, 74. So 5 times 74 is, so yes, 10 which is equals to 5 times 74, what will get, 5 times 74 which is equals to 370 meters. So therefore that girl wants to travel or run 370 meters. The total distance traveled by the competitor is 370 meters. I hope all of you understood this. Okay, so this completes the third chapter, AP, arithmetic progression. Okay, all of you copy these problems in the classwork.